So I'm looking at some of the craziest laws in Kentucky. I don't know where they come from, how this list was compiled, what year, what day, what decade, or if it's local, state, how many people it's for, how serious it is. But here goes. Okay. So Kentucky, a person can be sent to jail for 5 years for merely sending a bottle of beer, wine, or spirits as a gift to a friend in Kentucky. There are a lot of dry counties, and so I guess because of that prohibition, if you send somebody alcohol, you can go to jail. If you have actually enough alcohol that you can be caught for, distributing beer, say you buy like a case of beer, 2 cases of beer, they can confiscate your car too. An ordinance in Murray, Kentucky says the superintendent of sanitation shall determine whether a person is small, medium, or large. So the superintendent of sanitation wants to know what size people are, but it doesn't say why the superintendent should make this determination. All new people in your house must be registered in Kentucky. An excerpt from brilliant Kentucky state legislation. No female shall appear in a bathing suit on any highway within this state unless she be escorted by at least 2 officers or unless she be armed with a club. The following important amendment, however, is to be considered here. The provisions of this statute shall not apply to females weighing less than 90 pounds nor exceeding 200 pounds. I would think females weighing less than 90 pounds would actually need more protection, so that doesn't make any sense to me. Any person who appears on any highway or upon the street of any city that has no police protection when clothed only in ordinary bathing garb shall be fined no less than $5 nor more than $25. KRS 436140. Any person who displays, handles, or uses any kind of reptile in connection with any religious service or gathering shall be fined not less than $50 nor more than $100. KRS 437.060, passed in 1942. What? So if you have a lizard for Christianity, for some reason it's illegal if you have a lizard in the church. By law, anyone who has been drinking is sober until he or she cannot hold onto the ground. So you won't get an AI if you can walk straight, if you can hold onto the ground. Each year, the mayor of Danville, Kentucky, must appoint 3 intelligent housekeepers to the board of tax supervisors. Frankfort, Kentucky makes it against the law to shoot off a policeman's tie. You're not allowed to shoot off the tie of a police officer. In Danville, Kentucky, it's illegal to throw slops or soap suds in the street. No soap suds. If you throw soap suds in the street in Danville, Kentucky, you will be arrested. In Kentucky, according to an old law, it's illegal to use any kind of reptile in a religious service. I already said that one. In Kentucky, every citizen is required to take a shower once a year. So at least once a year, every Kentuckian has to at least take a shower. I got a bath, so actually I'm not going to take a shower this year, so I'm going to be in violation of that law. In Kentucky, you need a license to walk around nude on your property. You need a license. You need to apply for a permit. Nah, that's cool, officer. I got a permit. It's illegal in Kentucky to marry the same man more than 3 times. So you can't keep married and divorcing the same man. It's illegal to fish with a bow and arrow in Kentucky. It's illegal to shoot game out of the window of a moving vehicle, with the exception of a whale. So in Kentucky, you're allowed to be in the moving, because there's so many whales, in these lakes and streams. You're allowed to be in the moving vehicle to shoot at a whale. We have all these whale invasions, right? It's illegal to transport an ice cream cone in your pocket. So don't do that in Kentucky. That's a crime. You will be fined. Not only is there natural consequences to that, but Kentucky will make sure that is enforced. It's illegal to fish in the Ohio River in Kentucky without an Indiana fishing license. And I think actually Kentucky like owns most of the Ohio River. Like 75% of the Ohio River is actually Kentucky's property. No person owning or controlling a billiard or pool table shall permit or for compensation or reward any minor under 18 years of age to play any game on the table unless such minor shall have first displayed an identification card containing his name, age, photograph, and the signature of his parents or guardian. The minor shall keep such identification card on his person and shall be subject to inspection at any time by any peace officer. The person owning or controlling such billiard or pool table shall keep and maintain a registration book in which each minor shall sign. The person owning or controlling such billiard or pool table shall supply a blank identification card to each parent or guardian who makes request for the same. Any person who violates this section shall be fined not less than $10 nor more than $100 for each offense. KRS 436.320, pass 1893. No person shall sell, exchange, or offer to sell, or exchange, display, or possess living baby chicks, ducklings, or other fowl or rabbits which have been dyed or colored. Nor dye or colored any baby chicks, ducklings, or other fowl or rabbits. Nor sell, exchange, offer to sell, exchange, or to give away baby chicks, ducklings, or other fowl or rabbits under 2 months of age in any quantity less than 6, except that any rabbit weighing 3 pounds or more may be sold at an age of 6 weeks. Any person who violates this section shall be fined not less than $100 nor more than $500. KRS 436.600, passed 1966. So you cannot give away baby chicks, ducklings, or fowl or rabbits under 2 months of age in any quantity less than 6. You can only sell less than 6. You only can sell 5 baby chicks at a time. I guess that pool table statute was because there's a bunch of kids that was playing pool table, and I guess pool table halls had a bad reputation or something. Owensboro, a woman may not buy a hat without her husband's permission. One may not receive anal sex. All bees entering Kentucky shall be accompanied by certificates of health stating that the apiary from which the bees came from contagious or infectious disease. KRS 252.130, passed 1922, repealed in 1948. Owensboro, I mean, I guess that's a different one. The bees and the anal sex and all, I guess that's 3 different ones. And it's all bunched together, so it looks like just one law. But a woman may not buy a hat without her husband's permission in Owensboro. So if your husband did not give you permission to buy a hat, you ain't allowed to. If you're in Owensboro, you can't do it. You may not receive anal sex. Sodomy, right? That was reinforced by amendment in 2004. U of L's student body had a chance to make a stand against it, but they wimped out. All bees entering Kentucky shall be accompanied by certificates of health stating that the apiary from which the bees came from is free from contagious or infectious disease. So you got to have a clean bill of health if you bring any bees into Kentucky. But it says repealed, so I guess that doesn't actually count. I have another list here. The 28 reasons Kentucky is the weirdest state in the country. Okay. This is by Tanner Ringerud, BuzzFeed staff, and February 27, 2013. So, number 1 reason. The weirdest state. A Kentucky man is forced to eat his own beard during a fight. Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. A Lawrenceburg, Kentucky man says he had his beard cut off and forced into his mouth during a fight. Harvey Westmoreland and his brother Joseph were involved in a fight with Troy Hold and James Hill back in May. The 4 of them used to be friends. My brother was cleaning up the stalls out there for Troy, working for him. They called and wanted me to come around there. When I got there, I realized they were already drunk. Westmoreland told WLEX TV in Lexington. So the Kentuckians are forcing other Kentuckians to eat their own beard. I guess that's like a sign of like disrespecting them or something. Kentucky man charged with a DUI for riding his horse while intoxicated. And that was posted on September 18, 2012. Number 3, Kentucky man arrested for breaking into a firehouse and masturbating onto a fireman's gear. And he just so happens to do gay porn too. So that was posted February 20, 3rd, 2013. So that was this year. Police, Kentucky man stole $500 worth of Red Bull and pants. This is in Louisville, Kentucky. A man shoves all these Red Bulls, $100 worth of Red Bulls into his pants.